What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Las Vegas Strip. Hey, I'm hungry. It is after 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't eaten anything today. I'm looking for some food, more specifically, some pizza. That's right, this is part 2 of my pizza quest. If you saw part 1, you know that means I'm going to try 5 different pizza by the slice options here in Las Vegas, this time all on the Strip. I'm going to rate them at the end and I'm going to let you know whether these are worth your time, effort, and quite frankly, your money here in Las Vegas. Like I said, I'm starving. Cue the montage.
Devoured the first slice, lickety split, crust first. Second slice didn't stand a chance.
So tonight I'm staying at the MGM Grand, but there's not really anything over there I'm interested in. There is a place right across the street here in New York, that you guys told me in the comments last time I should add to a future video. So I'm headed over there right now. Can you guess what it is? You'll know soon enough. All right, first up, Syracuse. You're going to find this in the Village Eateries here at New York, and it's a little bit difficult to find a place to sit down after you get a slice. I wound up in Greenberg's Deli, finally found a table. Now, this was going to be $8.75, the slice on its own, but if you're going to offer me pizza and a beer for $11.95, I'm going to take that all day, every day. I mean, after all, I do need something to wash this pizza down with. That makes this a $3.20 Busch Light. That's a great deal. The slice itself looks pretty decent. Let me show you. It does have jalapenos. Those are clearly pickled jalapenos. I would prefer fresh, but you know what? That looks like a pretty good slice, and it's a good size. This comes off of an 18-inch pie. And like I said, I haven't eaten anything all day, so I am starving to death. Draft Busch Light. Big old slice of pizza. Floppy. Foldable. Doesn't look too greasy, so I'm pretty excited. Nothing wrong with it. Now again, this is my first bite of food all day, so who knows? I could probably enjoy anything at this moment. There's not a lot of bite to that crust. There's no crispiness to it whatsoever. It's a little chewy. You know what? Let me finish this up. Hit you with the crust cam. I'll give you my thoughts after I'm finished. All right, so Syracuse was just okay, and that's all right. They can't all be Pizza Rock. It was fine. Like I said, a good value. I'm on to the next, and this one is brand new to Las Vegas. It comes to Vegas by way of New York, so they ought to have a pretty good New York slice. Let's head over to the Miracle Mile shops, and I'll show you the next pizza slice. And here it is, Pin-Up Pizza. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is not it. This is not it. Don't worry. This is actually it. Carnegie Pizza here at the Miracle Eats, the new food hall at the Miracle Mile shops. This, I've had my eye on for a while, and it's finally open. Let's go see what they have. All right, second slice acquired at Carnegie Pizza here at the Miracle Mile shops. They had a great selection. Their selection was phenomenal. They had both New York slices and squares. I wanted a spicy pepperoni, then I realized it was a square slice. I want New York slices so I can compare a little bit easier. Sat down here at the food hall. It's finally open and it's busy. I had a little difficulty finding a seat, but I'm sitting outside Lobster Me. Anyway, let's get into this slice. It looks good. Average size.
That's what she said.
I went with the pepperoni and sausage. A little bit of sticker shock. It was $9. So after tax, it was close to $10. I expected maybe a little bit bigger slice for that price, but you know what? It's Vegas. I'm finding all these slices range anywhere from $7 to $10. That's just how it is. All right, let's get into this, see how it is. All right, there you have it. It is floppy. Firmer, I would say, than the one over at Sirico's. You can see that I can easily fold it, but it does have a little more crispiness to the crust. It's not nearly as floppy as that one over at Sirico's. Let's go. I can tell on impact that this is a far better slice than Sirico's. What a great crunch on the bottom of that. I love the sauce. Toppings are fantastic. So far, so good on this one. This one is great. And that other one was my first food of the day, and I was starving, and it still wasn't great. This, it's phenomenal. The crust is perfect. I'm gonna stop raving over this. I'm gonna eat the rest of it, show you the crust cam, then give you my overall thoughts, but I think you already have a pretty good idea what I think about this one. All right, slice complete here at Carnegie Pizza, and I've got to say, listen, I said I didn't want to rank all these slices until I've had them all, but it's hard to turn off your instinct. This is part 2, slice 2, and that's the best slice of pizza I've had since this whole thing began. Better than all of the slices in part 1. That was phenomenal. The crust was perfection. The sauce was excellent. The toppings were phenomenal. Everything about that was just right. That is a great slice of pizza. $9 well spent. All right, where's the next one? I don't know. I've got to take a little bit of a break because I am a little bit full after 2 large slices. We'll see. Catch you guys in a little bit. As I go off in search of the best slice of pizza in Las Vegas, let me tell you about the best transportation in Las Vegas, and that's the sponsor of this video, JMC Limousine. If you've watched the channel very long, you know JMC is our exclusive transportation provider in Las Vegas, and for good reason. If you're looking for luxury transportation in Las Vegas for any reason, whether it's an airport transfer or a special event, then look no further than George and his crew. They provide a level of professionalism and an experience that's second to none. To top it all off, I'm certain you won't find a better value in Las Vegas. Check them out at jmclimousine.com or look in the description box below for a link and a phone number where they can be reached 24/7. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Strip. Welcome to day 2 of this pizza quest. Do I want pizza today? No, not really. But am I gonna eat pizza today? Absolutely. On for the next slice. I'm headed toward the Link Promenade. This is a spot that a lot of you guys in the comments from the first video suggested. I've never had it. I'm gonna go check it out. All right, here it is, flour and barley brick oven pizza on the Link Promenade. You can dine in, or they have a little slice counter over here. Out here in the heat, it is hot. Let's go see what they've got. All right, I got my slice from flour and barley, and then I looked around and there was absolutely no place to eat this that wasn't in the scorching hot sun. It's about 108 degrees outside. I'm on In-N-Out's patio, but I don't think they mind because nobody wants to sit out here either. At least I found a spot in the shade. All right, you might have seen it on the board, but this slice was $8. It's just a classic pepperoni slice. The pepperonis look great. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this in the case, it didn't look very good. The pizza looked like it had been in the case for quite a while. It reheated really well. It looks great. And they had $5 beers. I got a PBR for $5. 12-ounce can, but you can't complain for $5 in Vegas these days. That's a great deal. Together, $13 plus tax. All right, less talking, more eating. Let's get into this slice. Not as floppy as some of the other slices. It holds up pretty well. You, of course, can get a nice fold on it. Right off the bat, that's a great crust. Extremely cheesy. a lot more cheese on this slice than I've seen at most of the places so far. Pepperoni is great. I'm liking this. You know what? I forgot to show this to you. Hold on. There it is. That is a very good looking slice of pizza. Average sized, not oversized, not undersized, just right. Let's have one more bite, and then I'll really get down to analyzing while you don't have to watch. I do like it quite a bit. All right, I'm going to eat this. Then you know what's going to happen. The crust cam. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts. All right, my slice from Flour and Barley here on the Link Promenade has been consumed. How was it? One word, 3 syllables. Delightful. That was a great slice of pizza. The crust was great. The consistency of the crust was perfect. The flavor maybe could have been better. The sauce was great. There was a lot of cheese on that, and I really like those pepperonis. What a great slice. A good slice and a beer for $13 in Vegas. That's a great Vegas value. That one's going to rank very highly. All right. One more slice today, and then one more slice tomorrow, and we'll be done with this challenge. On to the next. Just a quick jaunt through the Link into Harris for my next slice and passing by Piano Bar. Those guys deserve a bigger audience. That was the Michael Brown and Kent duo. They were playing to a almost completely empty piano bar here on this Sunday afternoon. That was a good time. I might just go sit down there after this slice. Where's that slice? Well, by now you probably guessed it. It's at Pizza Cake by Buddy Valastro.
Welcome to Pizza Cake, home of the $5 shot and $5 beer, and the best pizza on the strip. Come and get it.
Now I have had a slice here a time or two, and I've been impressed in the past. After my newfound pizza hobby, we'll call it, I'm not sure if it'll still hold up. Let's go see what they've got on this Sunday here in late June. And as I recall, a great selection, a huge selection. Look at the size of these pies. We got classic pepperoni, the Boss, spicy supreme, buffalo chicken, margarita, veggie, white, Hawaiian, Sicilian, garlic bites, and chicken and bacon Alfredo. And check out these dessert pizzas too. All right, gonna be hard to get just one, but I'll be full after one, I think. All right, I got my slice here at Pizza Cake. I apologize for the lighting. I don't control the lighting here. That's Buddy Valastro's deal. I got just a classic pepperoni slice once again. I said expensive slice incoming, but it was actually $9.23, which is a weird number, but that's how it's on the receipt before tax, $9.23. Although, just like over at Flour and Barley, they also have $5 beers here. Who knew? I don't guess I knew that. Maybe you're learning more about cheap beers on the strip than you are about pizza, but whatever. This time they have a better selection. I got Modelo this time instead of PBR. They actually had a couple others. I'll show you a picture of the sign right about here. Anyway, here's the slice. Again, the lighting's not very good, so it's not going to show up great. This one is not as big a slice as I thought it was going to be. When I saw those pizzas up there, I thought the slice was going to be a little bit bigger. It's just not as wide. I'm not very descriptive today, not very eloquent today, or any day, really. Anyway, there's the slice. I'd say it's comparable in size to most of the others we've seen. There's not a lot of variance. Let's pick it up and have a look. Oh boy. Okay, it is really floppy, but it is really nice and crispy on the bottom. And it's got just a perfect color on the bottom. This is gonna be crunchy, I can tell. Let's see if we can get a crunch out of this bite. No crunch, but it did have a good bite to it. This is much thinner than pretty much every slice that I've had so far. A little bit saltier. Not really as much sweetness with that marinara sauce, a little bit saltier. Actually, I think a lot saltier. I'm not sure how much of that's coming from the pepperoni and how much of that's from the sauce. But the slice overall is a lot saltier. All right, you know the drill. I'm gonna finish this slice up. I'm gonna give you the crust cam, and then I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts about this slice at Pizza Cake by Buddy Velastro. All right, all done with my slice at Pizza Cake by Buddy Velastro. So how did it stack up? Quite honestly, not all that well. The crust was nice and crispy, but almost to a point of being burnt, and it didn't have that great of flavor. It was by far the thinnest slice of pizza I've had on this entire quest, both part 1 and part 2. And like I mentioned while I was eating it, it was salty. The marinara, I think, was more salty than sweet. I wasn't a huge fan. The pepperoni was really good though. All in all, especially for a celebrity chef and for a place that bills itself as the best pizza on the strip, I disagree. All right, I think I'm all done with pizza for the day, but there is one more slice to be had in this video. I'm gonna have that tomorrow. For you, it's just gonna be a few seconds. For me, it's gonna be several hours. I'll catch you then.
Tomorrow for sure.
All right, guys, it is day 3 of the pizza challenge once again, and once again, I really don't want any pizza, but I owe you a 5th slice, and I figured why not one of the newest in town? This is Via Food Hall here at the Venetian, and right over there is Scar's Pizza. Let's go see what they've got. All right, I got my slice from Scar's Pizza, the final slice of this challenge, quest. I think I'm calling it a quest. Based on the lineup they had over there and just how busy it was, I have high hopes for this. I got the Hot Boy. You know, it's funny, I finished up part 1 with Hot Girl Pie, and I'm finishing up part 2 with the Hot Boy. Here it is, and this looks like a fantastic slice. This has pepperoni, jalapenos, and Mike's Hot Honey. Yes, I know that's gonna make it a little bit difficult to compare, but my taste buds are crying out for something different, and that hot honey is going to set this one apart a little bit. The crust looks great. Let's dig into this. There it is, floppy yet very crisp on the bottom. It's a good sized slice too, although it is very thin. What a great crisp on that crust. Just like all the others, this was of course reheated. It looked relatively fresh though, so it's piping hot now. And the crust, wow, what a snap to that crust. That's great. The honey doesn't overwhelm it, it's just kind of there. The sauce is terrific. There's quite a bit of sauce. Now my hands are gonna be all sticky for the rest of the day. That's a good slice. All right, I'm gonna do what I always do. Finish this up, show you the crust cam, give you my overall thoughts, and then we'll recap all 5 slices in part 2. All right, I'm too lazy to get up and change locations for this last scene. Slice has been devoured here from Scar's. Wasn't terribly hot at first, but it built. Got kind of hot by the end. That was a great slice of pizza. And by the way, I think I forgot to mention it was $8.50, which ranks it pretty favorably in terms of price with the rest of these on this list. That was one of my favorite slices. So now that I've had them all and I've had some time to digest, no pun intended, let's show you the overall scores.
5 more slices and some definite hits and misses. Syracuse was highly recommended but highly disappointing, coming in at a low score of just 30 points. One of the newest pizza joints on the strip, Carnegie Pizza, knocked it out of the park with a new high score of 36.5. A pleasant surprise was Flour and Barley with one of the best tasting slices and an overall solid score of 33 points. Buddy Velastro could not deliver on his promise of the best pizza on the strip. The taste wasn't even close. 29 points overall. And the newest pizza slice on the strip, Scar's Pizza, delivered with an overall solid score of 33 and a great tasting slice. After 2 episodes and 10 slices, there's a new leader at the top. Carnegie Pizza holds the top spot. On a cheap beer tiebreaker, Flour and Barley edges out Scar's for a spot in my top 5. Syracuse is disappointingly near the bottom, and the Cake Boss surprisingly trails the entire field.
And there you have it, 5 more pizza slices here in Las Vegas, this time all on the Strip. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you get notified anytime we release new content here on the channel. I've got to be moving on, and if you guys like this video, then there probably will be a part 3. Stay tuned for that. Until then, I'll see you in that next video because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.